you struggling to figure out what you truly want to do in your life? You're not alone. Many people wander through life dabbling in various interests but never finding their true calling. I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process to uncover what you genuinely want to do in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Zainab and I make videos like this for Muslims who are willing to level up and transform their lives. This is a 5-step course. I want you to pay attention to this. In fact, go and get your pen and your paper if you really want to find your passion. Step 1, setting the stage for discovery. I want you to go to a quiet place. You just need like 30 minutes, or probably as you're watching me, just make sure you're in a cool environment, probably in your car, in the park, in your house, to think without interruptions. Stage 2, deep dive into self-reflection. Now, I want you to reflect and be honest about your self-reflection by asking yourself these questions. This is where you need your pen and your paper. Grab a notebook. If it's your iPad or a book, just make sure you're with something because it's about to go down. Now, I want you to ask yourself these questions. The first question, what makes me feel alive and engaged? I'm going to answer this according to my own interests. I believe you're doing yours as well. You can write up to 3 answers, okay? As for me, I'm going to say communicating, being creative, and helping others. If your answer occurs more than once, don't worry, we have something to do with those answers. Second question, what makes me feel fulfilled? Think about what makes you feel fulfilled. For me, it is achieving my goals, helping others, and the third one is creating impact. Write your own question and your answer, okay? Just go with the flow. The third question, what am I good at? I don't want to believe you're not good at anything, okay? What are you good at? Even if it is one thing, just make sure you write it down. For me, again, I am good at communicating. Can you see communicating is coming like 3 times here? For me, communicating, that is talking to people, writing, making videos. The fourth question, what issue am I really passionate about? If what makes you feel alive and engaged is cooking, are you really passionate about that? What am I really passionate about? I am passionate about self-improvement. I am passionate about my deen, which is Islam. I am passionate about education, okay? You can just write anything. You're passionate about your business. You're passionate about doing this. Just make sure you have your 3 answers written down. The 5th question, which is the last question, your assignment or your homework is actually coming to an end, is what do people actually ask me for help with? Can you do this for me? Can you tell me this? Do you know about this? Yeah. Giving relationship advice about Islam, Quran, things about my deen, and fitness tips like, okay, what can I do, how to eat healthy, this and that, because I actually have some certifications in that area. Yeah. So these are the 3 things people ask me for help with. Now that you have your answers, we're going to move to stage 3. The third stage is identifying patterns and prioritizing your passions. I told you about your answers can come in like even in all the questions and all that. That is one pattern. I want you to identify it. What is this answer that comes multiple times? Even if it is twice, okay, just identify. For me, again, it is communication. Communication comes a lot of times in my answer. Now, ask yourself, does this pattern really align with what I am passionate about? Yeah, it aligns with it. I communicate. I love talking. Now we're going to go into stage 4, which is deep dive into your top passion. The top passion, the answers that reoccurred. Choose the activity that occurs the most. If it is cooking that occurs the most to you, commit to learning, to finding more knowledge about that. No matter what stage you are, even if you went to culinary school, just commit to gaining more knowledge, gaining more information on that particular answer. Most importantly, you need to dedicate 3 months for this. Okay, I'm going to dedicate 3 months to learn more communication skills, to learn how to be confident on camera, to learn how to speak, in a very fluent way, to learn how to not speak in a shaky voice. I'm shaking. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, we don't want to do that. That doesn't mean you're not good in communicating. That does not mean communication is not your passion. But you start from somewhere, okay? You start from somewhere. You want to cook. There are some foods you don't know how to cook, okay? There are some things you don't know. Even that is your passion. You need to find more information. You need to find learning resources. Example of your learning resources are YouTube videos, online courses. I really love to buy online courses, from people that has a lot to share. Okay, if you have the money, you can buy online course, because what online courses do is that they actually pack all what you need. For example, I also have a passion in formulating hair care and skincare products. So you have a passion in that, but you don't know where to start. Okay, now instead of you going to YouTube, how to start hair care and skincare formulation, what equipment I need to start hair care and skincare formulation. If you get a course, it's going to pack everything. Like, it's going to take everything you need is there, instead of getting bits and bits and bits of information. And sometimes this information can clash. This person might say, okay, you don't need this person might say you need this. Might, if you have money, you go for courses, and if you don't, you go for free courses online. There are free courses online, even if it is on YouTube. Trust me, YouTube is very educational and beneficial. Search on YouTube, check online courses, or you get books, like literally books. Go get books and read books on that particular topic. Begin a project. Be of service to someone. You remember I said people ask me about relationship advice, right? If you know that, okay, this is what I want to double down on, you want to, I don't know, you want to write a book on relationships, you want to open a blog for a relationship, you want to open a YouTube channel for relationship, try to give people, your service. You can open a YouTube channel and firstly start to talk about it while learning about that particular thing. That is what I did. I know I love to communicate about Islam and self-improvement, and I started. That does not mean I'm still not learning. I am still learning. I am still improving myself on that, aspect. In that aspect, start a blog if that is what you want to do. Offer service so that you can begin from somewhere, okay? Perfection will not come at once. You start from somewhere and you improve gradually. The last stage is reflect on your process. I said you should give yourself 3 months. 3 months, okay? Just come back after 3 months of doing all these things. I said in the stage 4, you can go back and watch the stage 4. It is time for you to go back to a silent place, probably in your car, in the park, when there is no people in the park, the quiet times, probably in the morning, early in the morning, and all those things. Ask yourself these questions. Does this activity actually make me happy and fulfilled? That activity that you've doubled down on, the one you've been doing, might be cooking, for me, communicating. Does this activity actually make me fulfilled, happy, and alive? Write your answer down. If it is maybe, or yes, or no. I'm going to tell you something. It's actually a very funny story, okay? There was a time I wanted to go into cybersecurity. I was like, people were just shouting tech guy, tech Muslim sister, tech this, tech that. And I was like, might not be a bad idea to go into tech. Then I spoke with my husband and it was like, okay, there is this course, very expensive course, by the way. You can take it and begin your journey. And I saw they have free 2 weeks course. Then I was like, don't let us pay yet, okay? Because I was still a doubting Thomas. I was doubting myself, kind of like, I don't know what this is about, but from what I heard, you have to code, you have to do this. I am a nurse assistant and a laboratory technician. I am in the medical line. So going into all those coding, this thing, I don't think it will be for me. So I said, let me go with the 2 weeks course first and see, if I enjoy this. And trust me, after the 3rd day, I backed off. Literally, I knew immediately that, this is not for me. With all the Excel, what's happening? What's Python? Are we talking about snake here? What's happening? Like BI, or what do they call? Sis, I couldn't. Okay, so ask yourself this question. Does this activity really makes me happy, fulfilled, and alive? Like anytime you want to do it, you're happy, you're like energized. Write down your answer. The second question you need to ask yourself is, am I making progress? If you are really committed to that activity, you would surely make progress. Even for me, coming on camera, we make progress every day, getting familiar with the camera and all that. Answer the question, am I making progress? Write down your answer. The last question I want you to ask yourself is, do I really enjoy doing it? A lot of people go to work that they do not enjoy going to. They literally do not enjoy what they're doing, but they go to work so that, they can get their salary, they can get their pay and, make ends meet. But this one is something you're just deciding on your passion. Do I really enjoy this thing? If you do not enjoy it, if you feel sad all the time, just write it down without any deceit. So if your answer is no to these questions, it is time to reassess, restart, and re-strategize. Go back to stage 2. Answer those questions again. The one I asked you to write down. Answer those questions again with another activity in mind. Aside from the first one that you were not enjoying for 3 months. Do it all over again and start finding what you truly want and what you genuinely would love to do with your life. This simple process I mentioned now, or I explained now, is ikigai, and this is a Chinese word if I'm not mistaken. It is just a technique to find your passion, to find what you truly want to do with your life. Remember, finding out what you truly want to do with your life is actually a journey and requires time, effort, and honest reflection. By following these steps, you will gradually uncover your true passions and your strengths, leading you to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. The key is persistence and the willingness to explore until you find what you genuinely want to do with your life. Now, if you're someone that always procrastinates, then you need to watch this video on how to stop procrastinating. I also dropped a dua on how to stop procrastinating, dua for procrastination rather, in that video. Click on this video right here and I'll see you over there.